Hey there. Want to give you a quick review of an accident I had today, my own fault. We'll start with that right off the bat. Jeannie and I went hiking. We went up to a waterfall here in Eastern Oregon. I wanted to check and fly my drone. I checked to make sure there were no restrictions. There weren't any. And so I took it. I do use the stealth props for DJI Mavic Air. I love the Mavic Air, and these props are amazingly quiet. So I used those, got set up down by the river out of the way away from everybody. There was no one around us. And I got ready to launch, and then a couple guys came down the trail, and they came into the same general area we were in. But they were pretty far down from us, probably 40, 50 feet. And with the noise of the water, I don't think they ever would have heard us. So I took the drone off, and you'll see the video here. I launched the drone, I flew it out over the water, and as I looked on the controller, the picture looked like there was water on the lens. So I turned the drone back towards me and started to bring it in, and it flew out of control at about 7 or 8 feet above my level, about above takeoff level. And it flew into a tree. It actually hit a tree and then dropped onto the bank. I was able to grab it. It was still running out of control. It was upside down. I grabbed it, shut it off upside down, just left it upside down and shut off the battery. And as I checked it, I brought it back down. I realized I'd left the gimbal cover on. Really a stupid move. I got in a rush just because there were a couple people around. I decided I just broke with the usual kind of slow, take everything easy way of doing it. Got in a rush and launched with this thing covered. So that jacked up the whole thing. I don't know why it flew out of control the way it did, but I did lose one rotor. One of the props is now shattered. Come on, where'd you go? There it is. So one is broken. The other three are a little bit scuffed, but they look fine for spares. I got a small scuff on the back of the drone, very small. I wiped off all the dirt, and then with the rotors removed, I paired it back up with the controller, and everything looked right. It had video, there were no warnings, nothing. So I'm going to get a can of compressed air, blow the thing out, and then I'll check the gimbal calibration, the controller calibration, and take it out into a field here out in the open, lift it up, fly it around a little bit, and then hopefully I'll be able to get some footage for you. That's my lesson of the day is, if it's predictable, it's preventable. Slow down. Don't be in a hurry. The lesson learned here, besides those things, is how fortunate I was that nobody got hurt. I didn't get hit with the thing. Jeannie didn't. Some passerby didn't get hit in the head with it. And it didn't just fly off across the river and hit the rocks and disappear, because that was the other alternative. So a cheap lesson learned. I'll buy some new rotors, clean it up, and we'll be all good. So that's the lesson for today. Be very careful. Don't get in a rush. Be careful with your drone. Always fly safely. And don't make mistakes, simple mistakes like forgetting to remove the gimbal cover. So we're coming down here now, cleaned out the drone, and we're gonna put down a landing pad and then launch it here and fly it around a little bit and make sure everything works. Yep, here we go. Protect your face. Decides to go crazy. right, so it looks like we flew around a little bit. The controls are working perfectly, the camera's working. I'll download this video and throw it onto the main video, so you'll see the crash and then the test. But that's about it. It's a beautiful afternoon here, or evening, and it seems like we lost one rotor and everything's good. Remember, if it's predictable, it's preventable. Bye.